Regardless of that, welcome ladies and gentlemen to the $100 SC2Links.com StarCraft 2 Open. I'm Doom, and with me is Swander. And in the bottom left, he is our FXO player hailing from the Republic of South Korea. Whoa, ASD. And I always have to screw up at least one intro during the cast.
That's no problem.
And in the upper right, I'm not sure where he's from, but we can pull up the Wikipedia information and find out in just a second. I know he's from the team I am. He is Phoenix. All right.
Oh, he's from Peru.
From Peru.
Good old Peru.
Excellent. Excellent. We see right off the bat, Crane is going to be really, really annoying. And is he going to get this SCV up? Whoa, he didn't get that SCV. Okay. That was some pretty Gosu micro there from Phoenix. So already at a probe to SCV deficit, or even on the probe to SCVs right now, is our player FXOCrane. It's going to be really hard to say Crane and not say ASD during this, but... Crane. Alright, we have Crane. Looks like he's about to drop down a Nexus. Nexus first. And we do see a Proxy Rax here from Phoenix, alongside the one that is just finishing up, and he is rallied. If we follow the magic line, where is it gonna go?
So, Doom,
to the front of the ramp.
Terran, you've played a number of Terran versus Protosses, I assume. How does this build usually work out for you? You ever go 2 racks Marine?
I have gone 2 Max Marine against the Nexus first. I've been fortunate enough to do that build against the Nexus first and come out on lucky end. But it's not always the easiest thing in the world. It really depends on how many probes the Protoss pulls. When the Protoss actually recognizes that you went for the 2 racks, as we see now, Crane has no clue that this is coming.
Scouting in the wrong direction.
Since he lost his probe, he probably thinks it's some kind of command center. One rack's command center type of play, but I think he's gotten the right way. He's going to go check the natural right now. He's going to see no command center, so maybe it's built on the high ground. Is he going to get the probe in? Oh!
He left the depot down.
He did leave the depot down, but it doesn't really harm him because the second barracks isn't in the main, and there are 3 Marines on the way. 1 barracks going down just outside. Oh, nope, that's inside of the Nexus vision. How is Crane going to react?
He will not be happy when he sees all these Marines coming down.
No, definitely not. There is a Zealot chasing these Marines, but we look at the micro, stutter stepping all the way. That Zealot is going to low health, and he is not attacking the SCV. 1 Zealot down. No, he's not going to get the SCV, and this bunker is going to finish, and it looks like it's just in range. With that extra +1 it gives to the Marines, he's going to be able to probably attack the Nexus from there. And he doesn't even need to bother at this point, though.
Yeah, and I really, I'm not seeing a way out of this for Crane here.
Well, he's probably going to sack the Nexus. He's got a Stalker, so Stalkers are really great at doing a lot of kiting of Marines, chrono boosting it out. I mean, I don't think Phoenix is expecting to end the game here. This is some solid aggression, though, that he's putting on. And with
he's even expanding behind it here.
Yeah, he is expanding behind it. So I mean, you could tell right there. He's not trying to win the game on this. He's just trying to secure his Nexus, or secure his command center, and prevent the toss from expanding at the same time. This is going to put the toss at a really big disadvantage.
Now, do you think he'll just salvage these bunkers once his Nexus goes down and send his Marines back home?
I think he will try to contain for as long as possible to prevent another Nexus from going down. And considering the amount of Marines he's got here, he might be able to put some pressure on here. If Crane doesn't pull some probes, he's going to lose some units. 1 Stalk, 1 Zealot going down. I mean, Stalkers can kite, but he's going right for that probe line. Yep. We see probes going down. It's not what you want to see. Yeah, he's just going to sack and salvage. Sack and salvage.
Right. Not bad micro here.
No,
lose any Stalkers.
It probably would have been better of him to go for the probes once he recognized that all those Stalkers were coming out. But, losing those Marines at this point, he's already killed the Nexus. If we go to the Units Lost tab, that is the Army Worker tab. The Units Lost tab, we can see that Phoenix killed 8 workers compared to the 4 that were killed by Crane.
We missed it while the attack was going on, but Crane did get the SCV though. It's building the command center, so it never actually finished.
Did it?
And now, you know, we're at even workers here. The Nexus and the command center are not that far apart.
Oh wow.
In terms of finishing. And that's actually a huge part of this game right now.
That is huge. And I'm sorry for missing that. But
ASC is way behind, or Crane is way behind Tech, however. The factory is finishing, while Crane has only one gateway with the Nexus coming up. So, if Phoenix can hold this off, he'll be in good shape.
I do believe that Phoenix is going to be able to hold this off, but yeah, it's not looking good for him tech-wise at this point because, well,
he's ahead technically.
He is ahead.
Tech-wise. 2 more gates going down for Crane here. Just as the Nexus is finishing.
And let's see if he builds siege tanks. Okay, he is going to go into siege tanks here. I was thinking maybe he was going to do Banshees. Because, as we see here, the Twilight Council tech is going down. So, I mean, he's probably...
That could have been a good idea.
It's hard to say what's going to come down, though, for the Protoss. Is it going to be a Robotech, or is it going to be some type of Templar tech? And judging by this, I can't... Oh, it does get a Marine in. Look at that.
Look at that. You don't see that every day.
I don't think he saw the Twilight Council, though. Oh, he did see the Twilight Council. Did he click on it? Considering his on Incredible Miracle, oh, he is going to switch right into Banshees. Alright.
There you go.
So look at that. Got something right. It's kind of weird of him to get that one tank, though.
Well, I think when he saw it was Templar tech, he switched immediately.
Okay. There we go. So, absorbing the information, taking it in, saying, okay, he didn't make Robo. Let's go Banshees. Let's roll the die, as pretty much that's what you're doing when you get Banshees every time.
I mean, Crane, he probably didn't know that the command center was not completed for so long. He probably thinks he's more behind than he actually is. And, you know, he's going for Blink right now, putting down more gates. Could just be some kind of Blink, heavy Blink pressure, which without an observer, you know, is going to be trouble.
Yeah, without an observer and without a forward pylon, Phoenix did scout the probe down here.
He does have a forward pylon down here.
He does, but
the Marine is close.
Yeah, and that Marine did take out the probe. So maybe he just thinks, all right, I got the probe. He's not going to make a forward pylon now. But we'll see. This is interesting because he's moving out with his stalkers right now. I'm going to assume that's for scouting information on the map. I don't think he wants to get aggressive considering what he's seen so far of the Terran. And if we look at what he's seen so far of the Terran, it's not really much.
This Banshee just arrived.
Okay.
It's natural. Going to work here. Plenty of energy with Cloak. Robo is just finishing. Already has 5 kills. And, you know, Crane just gotta absorb the damage until the energy runs out or the Observer gets chrono boosted out.
That's exactly what it does. And this is a Terran's... This is the best thing for a Terran to see in a game. So... What were we saying?
Crane just... I think he just took out the second Banshee in the middle of the map. I'm not positive.
Well, if we go to the units counting station, he's only got 1 Banshee. And he seems to have lost sight of the second Banshee. Up and up, and now he's going to pick back up on it. So if he did get that second Banshee, that's damage mitigated there. That's not bad.
Definitely.
He definitely wants to get out of there, though.
Phoenix taking his 3rd now.
He is taking his 3rd. And we see that forward pylon still completed.
Concussive Shell is starting. Combat Shield is starting. Stim is already finished. So Phoenix is feeling very confident here. He knows that Robotech just started. All that Crane really has is Blink, which, with enough Marauders and Marines, and even a tank, won't be able to deny this 3rd for too long.
Yeah, and he's going to stim down here and try to take out these Stalkers, but blinking away. No Concussive Shell? Oh, Concussive Shell's just finishing.
Or, I guess it's that research is quick.
Yeah, so
a really
quick.
Big stim. He stimmed his entire army. He should have known that those Stalkers were going to blink out. I was pretty sure he knew he had Blink already.
He did, and
we see any engineering bays going? Yeah, double engineering bay.
He dropped double eBay down a few minutes ago. I mean, we did see this Banshee just try to sneak back into the natural to kill some probes, but there are 2 Stalkers awaiting him there. So I mean, we're moving into a relatively standard game off of that bunker rush there, which, you know, it doesn't surprise me. You rarely see a game ended on that bunker rush because just the Stalker is so superior to the Marine in the early game that it's really difficult to overcome it against a player with good micro. As we could see, Crane has some pretty good micro.
Of course.
But is he prepared for a drop, which it looks like FXOCrane is gearing up for right now? And it looks like he's actually recognized, yeah. He's moving all of his Stalkers and all of his Zealots to the back of the base. Commonly, Terrans will try to do these diversion tactics and hit the front, or run something like Hellions in to try to kill probes, but we don't see FXOCrane with that kind of upper hand yet. But we do see him with third base, fourth on the way, Mobius Reactor.
And Crane's third is not even started yet. He can't afford upgrades right now. He's 20 workers down. He's just getting further and further behind here.
I mean, he's 6 gate Robo.
With no Colossus tech coming out.
No Colossus tech. No Templar tech.
No Templar. Yeah, that now goes down the archives.
And FXOCrane's production tab is reaching so far across the map right now.
You know, that really shows the advantage he has right now. Take a look at the income tab. You know, he's 500 plus on minerals, 300 plus on gas, 24 on harvesters. His fourth is going down while he's taking his fourth while building his fifth. So, you know, he is extremely confident right now.
And this is impressive. This is the makings of a solid game plan. He is going to miss. Nope, he does catch the pylon on top. So Crane really can't get anything down on the map. He hasn't seen anything in the Terran base. He has no clue the third's been up. He has no clue the fourth's even going up. And now...
I mean, 2-2 is about to finish for FXOCrane here. So the game looks, you know, just by supply, not that far off. He's only 30 supply down, 20 supply down. But, you know, 2-2 bio for 0-0 gateway units with no Colossus, no Psionic Storm. I mean, it's tough to hold off.
This is going to be incredibly tough to hold off. But
he does have charge, which helps. But
we'll see. We got a slight engagement here. I don't think Crane wants to take this fight, though. He's going to spread and try. Good force fields. And FXOCrane is going to have to pull back here.
At least back to his planetary.
Yeah, and that's the smart decision, because if we look at the supply count right now, he's at a huge 30 food supply lead. A lot of that's tied up in workers.
Does FXOCrane see him going down to his fifth down here? The newly made planetary with a few mules just dropping down. Ooh, and Crane's going to turn around.
Well, Crane is making a pylon there, but it's just outside the vision of the planetary. And now he's going to get vision of that planetary, and uh-oh.
There we go.
Uh-oh.
But, I mean, you know, it's tough. He's still on 2 base. Terran has 4 fully mining bases, almost fully mining.
Yeah, this is... There's a game I used to play. Those Archons are going to do work, but they're all in the back, all in the front, all getting targeted down by FXOCrane. Great micro by FXOCrane there. If we look at the APM, both players over 300 right now. This is a pretty serious engagement. He does take down that planetary fortress, but I'm shocked at the amount of the cost efficiency that seems to be being displayed by Crane here.
Well, look, that's true, but look how many medevacs that FXOCrane has. This bio gets healed up right away, even after being stimmed heavily.
Yeah, and he's sitting on a ton of barracks in his main. He's got a nice solid economy, a good bank. We see the engagement going down here. This looks like it's going to decide the game, or at least the current tide.
Definitely decide the game.
Oh, and this is going way in FXOCrane's favor. Way in FXOCrane's favor. GG.
And Doom, you're slowing down the game.
I know, I saw that at the end there, man. It came up. That's what you get for offering this 1080p broadcast, man.
Yeah, man.
But it's all for the viewers. All for the viewers out there.